What it do? It's your boy Mornin Afta. And I just jumped out the porch with your boy Dirty Glove Bastard.
I wanna know, yeah. Ain't nothing new. Money I blow. I'm living crazy, girl.
All right, y'all. So we have Mornin Afta with us off the porch. How are you feeling?
What it do? What's up with you?
Okay, so we got to talk about the roses. It's giving very certified lover boy right now on the porch.
Oh yeah, that's the vibe. That's the vibe. You know, you gotta bring a little bit of peace and serenity to the vibes. You feel me? Like,
do you feel like roses have a significant meaning to you?
No, I don't feel like they got a significant meaning to me. I mean, I like crystals. You feel me? Like I'm big into crystals right now. Like I got calcite, amethyst, and like stuff like this. But you know, it brings it to the vibe. It is a part of it. You know, so. Because people got different favorite roses and stuff like that, or different flowers and whatnot, you feel me?
Right.
Yeah.
Now, we got to get into your background, okay? Because we know you from Baltimore. So talk to us about what it was like for you growing up there.
First, Baltimore, the trenches. If anybody tell you different, it's they lying for real. Like, it definitely make you and shape you, but like, it's dangerous, you feel me? So you gotta stay dangerous. And it's a lot of negativity for real. It ain't too much positivity. I mean, that's what I can say about it, but it helped me and shaped me to be a man of character and be a man of substance. And I feel like anybody that's coming from Baltimore, you know, you could take the weakest person in Baltimore, bring them to anywhere else, they're gonna be substantial in everybody else's eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, wow.
So I feel like it really like makes you strong, make you a soldier. You know what I'm saying?
What would you say that Baltimore really teaches you early on, especially as a black man?
It definitely it teaches you to be independent. That's what I say. Like, I know a lot of people that just got a piece of independence in them, and yeah, it teaches you independence. That's the best thing I could say. Me myself, I mean, I had to branch out, so I had to learn maturity because I was ignorant. You know what I'm saying? So it might teach you ignorance as well. You feel me? But on the bright side, it definitely does teach you how to be tough and how to speak up for yourself. You feel me? Yeah. So
growing up in like an environment like that, would you say that it is kind of hard to stay out of trouble in a sense?
Yeah, you know, especially if you're easily influenced, you know, and it's like, it's a small culture. Like, we are not that far from DC, but we don't know nothing about DC because we got so much culture in our city that like, you might not ever go over east if you're from the west side, you feel me? Like in Baltimore, we say over east if you like a west side nigga for real, or, you know, but that's a far ride to us because we got so much culture just on that side, you feel me? So, yeah.
Wow, you know what? I never really hear people talk about Baltimore's culture. You know, I always hear about like DC with the go-go and stuff like that. But just in your perspective, how would you describe the culture out there?
Oh, the culture, like, first of all, we got sense of fashion. We came up with the 992s and 993s and the New Balance. So I know everybody from DC talking about, y'all came up with those, y'all didn't. Baltimore been rocking them, my grandmother been rocking them, and that's that. But we got a sense of fashion, got our own fashion, own lingo, our own food. You know, like, you want to come and get some good food, you got to go to Baltimore. Like, we got some good food for real.
Baltimore so y'all, what's y'all specialty out there?
I mean, everything is crab. You know, yesterday I just made some salmon with some stuffed crab in that bitch, you feel me? So like everything is crab. Like, I can name, like, and I'm a fat nigga for real. I know I look skinny,
right?
But I'm really fat at heart. So like, I got all the restaurants in Baltimore for real. So yeah, food and shit like that, yeah.
Now, you know, we gotta ask, since you're on the porch, what age would you say you officially jumped off the porch? I
was born on the porch, and I was delivered off of the porch. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right, yeah.
I mean, that in Baltimore, like, you know, this life choose you as far as like, you know, you growing up and you've been exposed to so much. You know, like, I might have seen a lot of things that people in other cities be like, yo, I can't even tell you've been through that. You know, and then my story might be completely, you know, weak to somebody else in Baltimore, but you come outside of Baltimore, everybody else got a story to tell. It's like, dang, you know what I'm saying? So as far as the jumping off the porch thing, I think I was exposed to so much growing up, you know?
Is it a crazy question to ask you, like, what exactly is your story?
I mean, just an overall, you feel me, a high level, you feel me? You know, grew up in a single parent household. My mother, Chantrice, you know, had me when she was young. It's my baby right there. And then my father, he a drug addict, you feel me? And I don't really know y'all, you know what I'm saying? So like, that's pretty much it. And just growing up, finding my own way. And but it's a lot of stories like that, you know, where a lot of people fathers is fiends, and like, you know, you depending on the woman to take care of the household.
Right.
So for me, it was just like I had my uncles, and I had to be a big brother to my little sisters. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, did you ever have like pressure on you to kind of carry the weight in the family since you know your dad wasn't around?
Oh no, it was organic for me, cause like you don't know no better. You don't know what pressure is.
Right.
So like for me to take care of my sisters, I ain't sweat it. Like they just like me. Like you see my sister, they just like me, but a little bit bolder. Like my sister is tougher than me. I'm like, yo, she like my little brother. I got 2 little sisters.
Right.
And they tougher than me. So like it was never no pressure. It's natural. When you don't, like, how can you get pressure for something that you don't even know about? You feel me? Yeah.
Now, I do know that you were arrested at 12 years old. And I do want to ask you, like, going through that at a very early age, how did that really affect you mentally?
Oh, you mean going through? I put myself in that situation for real. Like,
Yeah.
I put myself in that situation. I was 12 years old. I just moved back with my mother and whatnot, and we was in a new area, and I just got caught up in doing, like, not being a follower. If anything, I can always say I never was a follower. I never was a follower. It's always about what I wanted to do. So I got arrested for like breaking and entering when I was 12, and my uncle. You know, it's a funny story actually. So I got arrested for breaking and entering when I was 12. I ain't do no time. I just spent the night in holding for real. But when my uncle heard about it, he was in the military. I don't know where this nigga was at, but he flew back. He flew back to Baltimore just to shave my head bald. And I'm 12 years old in middle school, like, just to shave my head bald. And not only did he shave my head bald, he didn't clean it. So I had bumps in the back of my head. So I went to school, and niggas was smacking my head because it was like, you got baldy, you know what I'm saying? But like, that got my act together, you know what I'm saying? But I was never a follower. Like, the reason for me like doing it was just by like, me and my man's nigga named Abdullah. He's African for real. I don't know where this nigga at now. I think his parents sent him back to Africa that year. He was like stealing their credit cards, and like everybody around the way was like getting bikes and shit like that. No, he was a difficult child, but he's somewhere in Africa right now. Like, I've never seen him or heard of him like after that year. You feel me? But we definitely schemed up a plan to go ahead and do that, and I'm the only one that followed through. But nah, he was a badass child, and I just was like, I'm gonna stick my word to it. I said I was gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. But you know, as a child thing, as a child, and you know, I'm glad to have a father figure like my uncle in my life to even like discipline me. He never put his hands on me, but he just showed me in like a militant way. You know what I'm saying? So had me doing suicides and shit like that to like let you know, like, yo, you wildin' out. You feel me? So yeah, that was that little story. But every kid got a little hiccup. You feel me? When you just there's so much to do in Baltimore. You know, so yeah.
Well, basically, like, when you got older, when did you decide, like, you know, the stuff that's going on around me, I don't want that to be me?
Oh, it was literally at the age of 12. At the age of 12. I lied to you not. At the age of 12, I feel like I had like a blessing over my life for real. Like, I used to stutter. Like, I stutter a little bit. Everybody stutter now. But I used to stutter. Like, all my cousins, James and Kevin, and they used to be on some, like, I used to say everything. I'm like, how was your day today? You feel me? I used to stutter. And literally that year, like, I don't know, I feel like an angel came in my life, and like my whole mindset changed. I couldn't even stutter no more. I talk regular. But I think it was that year that a lot just came to me, and like I feel like I had like an angel that was watching over me somehow. You feel me? So I just knew, I started setting different goals, and like it just turned for the better, you know?
So I guess it's only right to basically say, like, when you was 12, is that when you really started to discover like your love for music?
No, actually, how I discovered my love for music was when I was like 13, 14, and I was grounded. I was actually grounded for doing what I did when I was 12. You feel me? So
how long were you on punishment?
I was on punishment. Back in the day, niggas was punished for years. I was punished for like, prior to like, I was like the 10th grade dang near. Like, my mother had me on lockdown.
Wow.
I played football. I played football for like for Woodlawn, for the Falcons. That's like, you know, on the outside of Baltimore for real. I played football for them. My mother ain't like all that rough shit, so she was like, no, you can't play sports no more. And I just remember for high school, I wanted to try out for the basketball team, so I'm practicing every day. And I said, I did something in the house, and I could just tell by her attitude that like, I couldn't even ask her, can I try out for the team? So, because I was just scared of my mother. I was scared of my mother. But since I was grounded and I really couldn't do nothing outside of school, I decided just to make music. So I'm in the house and I'm recording on her computer. Like, I'm really like a recording engineer before anything. I was in a whole group, and me and my mans and stuff rap and whatnot. But yeah, so that's how I fell in love with doing it, because it was killing time and it was something like that kept me thinking. You feel me?
Now, did you always want to sing, or did you experiment with other genres before?
Shout out to my man John. Shout out to my man Seti B and my man Daniel for real, Stukes. So I was in a rap group when I was young, for real, and I was a rapper slash engineer. So my man John is the one that used to sing. Well, he still sing, but his sister sing, and he can like, nigga sound like John Legend. I'm always looking at this nigga like, yo, this nigga's like nice. He just had a natural ability, and I couldn't sing. You feel me? I did not know how to sing, but I know how to write and had a good writing ethic, and all of us could write, and we were sharpening each other's talent. So I forgot what your question was, but what was your question?
Well, basically you answered you was rapping before the singing.
Yeah, so I was rapping before I was singing. And I guess over time, I took it OD serious, and I started like harping my talent and building the voice that I got now, for real.
Now, you know, like, I don't want to say, actually, I'm just saying. So, you know, a lot of people have been saying that they miss like old school R&B, like how they sung about like heartbreak and how it was like really like lover, like it was just certified lovers. Do you feel like now this R&B genre is kind of diluted in a sense?
It transformed. Like, I'm pretty sure when we was making anything that was before jazz, like no one liked jazz for a while. They probably ain't like R&B, you know? And then R&B, they not gonna like trap soul. But, you know, good music is good music, you know what I'm saying? So I love what it's becoming. It's gonna become something different. So if we think it's bad now, it is gonna be worse later in your eyes of what change is. So I promote change, and I feel like that'll make you a better artist overall. And the people that promote change, those are the artists that stick around forever.
Do you feel like it's harder to be successful as an R&B artist than it is if you were to be a rapper?
It's slower. It's slower to become an R&B artist, because like rap is what's in, you know, it's what people want to hear, you know. It's provocative, a lot of profanity, you know, but R&B is slow, and it can only be played at certain times, you know, like you can't go to the club. So, I mean, if you go to the club and hear it, you're hearing it when people leaving, you know. Like, and I don't care how nice you are, Love in the Club, Brent Fayez, they playing all of the songs when people are departing from the club, for real.
Right.
So it is slower in a sense, but the longevity of R&B is fire, for real. So it is difficult in a sense of a way, like where you are and what the culture is, and then like just your mindset, you know what I'm saying? Because I come from a city that's trap, so it was just like, I wanted to be different. I didn't want to do what they did. But, you know, and I could have easily rapped. I can rap, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, just staying in your lane. I do think it is difficult, though.
I want to ask you, as an R&B artist, what has your grind looked like up until this point?
It's been consistent. It's been trying to reinvent myself. I'm always thinking about how can I become better. You know, like I told you before, I really had to teach myself how to sing. So, and that comes with, like, trying and then sitting back, listening to all types of music, listening to like how can I honestly, like when I listen to R&B, I like to listen to R&B that can teach me, like teach me something, not something that's just like oh, he hit that note and he did that harmony. Like, nah, like you did this harmony, you did, you know, you had some 5 chords in there, like you had some extra stuff. So yeah, I think that's it, question.
Yeah, and how would you even say when it came to you networking as an R&B artist, what did that look like for you?
What you mean, overall, or just in my city, or just where?
I would say overall.
Networking, it was always easy for me. I'm an introvert and an extrovert. Like, I can be away for a whole month, or I can be out for a whole month. I'm a Virgo, but I be trying to feel like I be trying to feel like a Libra, cause I be trying to balance it out, you know. But I'm good at balancing out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got two sides of my mind. I got a creative and I got a logical side. So for me to get out and meet people, I think I meet people naturally. Like I can't just go somewhere and just force my way in. Like even being an R&B, like I come dressed like this. I ain't got no earring with no hoop in it. I ain't got no whatever that, you know, that give that R&B vibe. I just give out. I don't know what type of vibe I get out. But sometimes people don't even believe I can sing until I start singing. You feel me? They're like, oh, this nigga, he cool for real. So I think I just have to gravitate to people, and it's like more natural. Like I ain't gonna say I come in the room and that nigga shining star. It's like, nah, that nigga was a hidden gem and he been here the whole time, and that nigga's one of us. So I think I'm of the people, and I don't even like this being a shining star. I like being with the people for real.
And how would you say you were even able to get a buzz for yourself throughout the city?
Oh, well, first of all, being in school. You know, when I was in college, like I just did everything in college. Like I was the mister for my HBCU. I went to cop. Damn, I'm wild. I'm cat as hell. I sat with the cop. I went to Morgan State University. Okay, I was Mr. Morgan State University, the illustrious Morgan State University. But yeah, I went to Morgan, and that kind of how I got a lot of people to know me, because the school full of 8,000 people, and you know, you gotta have people vote for you. And then I started doing campaigns, you know, outside of, you know, outside of the school, like doing campaigns as far as my tapes, doing collaborations and stuff with people. So, and at the same time, just being genuine. And situations where like you make good music or you're a cool person, like a lot of my stuff is not on some like some fanboy type shit. It's on some like, nah, you genuine. And so yeah.
Now, when it came to your inspirations for the music coming out, what would you say they came from? Now surprisingly now it is what the fuck is anything that's fire. You feel me? Like the other day I heard, well, first of all, my favorite rapper is Wayne. You feel me? Favorite rapper, my favorite artist of all time is Wayne. Like, you know, Baltimore favorite rapper is Boosie. Like, you know, you know, you telling every nigga from Baltimore. Growing up, everybody listen to Baltimore, but I mean, they listen to Boosie, but of course I love Boosie, but Wayne is that nigga. Like Wayne actually is the one that taught me how to sing, to be honest with you. Wayne?
Yeah, I know the people be like, yo, did you grow up in church, this and that? Like, this is a different generation. My mother young, you feel me? She had me when she was 16, you know what I'm saying? And she listened to Brandy, you feel me? She listened to Monica, she listened to Mary J. Blige, listened to J. Moss, Kim Burrell. So she listened to these people, but I ain't hear no Aretha Franklin, I ain't hear no Marvin Gaye, so I can't relate to that. So I'm listening to what she listened to, and not too far from that, what we listening to as youngins as well. And I think it was Wayne when he was trying to like, cause I did rap, you feel me? When he was trying to do that auto-tune shit. So he was like, had a lot of love, none to steal your heart, never could, never had to figure out how to love. But he was using auto-tune. I didn't have auto-tune, so I would have to stretch my voice. And that's how I was able like to build my voice, because I'm stretching my voice thinking that he's stretching his voice like that, but I'm really teaching myself how to sing. And that's how I learned how to sing, by listening to a rapper that can't sing use an effect, but me not knowing how to use the effect, using my actual voice. It's really confusing, but it's this generation.
So you were creating like auto-tune with your voice?
I was creating auto-tune with my voice. Like I was creating perfect pitch. I'm like, okay, he sounds like this. When I record that, I did a How to Love cover when I was like, I came out, I was 16, 17, and I got like 76,000, it actually blew up, like 76,000 views, if that's blowing up. Nowadays, 76,000 views ain't nothing. But I did a cover to that, and I got a lot of remarks to it. Like, it be certain points when I do a cover or I do a song, and I lose it. I close my eyes, I lose it, and there'd be a run that I do that I never had before, and that'd be like the best part of the song. The whole song might be trash, but that one little 3 seconds is like, oh, that's the run I'm keeping. I'm gonna put it in my book of runs. You feel me? So, but yeah, to answer your question, like my influence was rap. It was like rap bass and people trying to sing, and I just taught myself how to sing from that. Got my own runs, so.
Oh, wow.
So like the tone came from like me trying to pitch perfect things, listening to rappers like, I'm gonna say Wayne, because Wayne is my favorite artist. So listening to him, all of the droughts. And then, or even Up in the studio, me and my drink. You ever heard that song? Think about a certain somebody, a perfect somebody, sexy purple body she got. But like, just hearing that and him just singing so smoothly, he probably couldn't sing in the studio, but when I tried it, I'm like, all right, cool, I sound bad. Let me try like 10 more times until I get it right. And let me try it with a run, you feel me? And now I got my voice.
I think that's pretty cool because a lot of people don't talk about Wayne's little singing run that he had.
This nigga Wayne is like, I don't know why niggas don't like get that nigga the
like
recognition.
He had prostitute,
he really the GOAT.
like
Yeah,
all of
really
that.
The GOAT. Yeah, like he really the GOAT for real. Like, and I don't think no one else has ever said this before. Like niggas say that they grew up in church, they learned this and that. I literally learned how to sing by listening to rap music. I know it's unethical. It's, you know what I'm saying? Niggas might even say you can't sing by that, but it taught me the foundation. And then from that, of course, you got Chris Brown. Chris Brown is my man. So I need to stop right there. Chris Brown my man. So like, he like put the embellishment on it. You feel me? So one thing you gotta think about being young and being like not having no older, not having Aretha Franklin. So back then it was literally Chris Brown. You feel me? That was taking over. So he would embellish those runs, and then Wayne would kind of set that foundation. Then over time, I started to hear my voice. I sounded like John Legend for a while. And then I started sounding like Frank Ocean. It was just like purity, like where I probably couldn't do runs, but I knew how to hold a note, you know what I'm saying? And then over time, just having a bank of runs, I'm able to start incorporating from here to there and just start adding. And I'm a student of the game, so give me like 2 more years, I'm gonna be like Maxwell with this bitch. I'm gonna start hit every high note, and you know what I'm saying? So.
Shoot, you better manifest that on the porch.
Yeah.
Now, when do you feel you make the best music?
I make the best music when I'm cleaning. I don't know how. It's something about my hands being warm that when I'm cleaning this, I'm washing dishes, the best bars come to me, the best melodies. Like
When you're cleaning?
When I'm cleaning. I could be washing dishes, vacuum cleaning. It's just something about me being occupied in other ways and my mind is not racing. That just allow a thought to come in. I'm like, damn, let me go ahead and record that.
When you record it, does it come out the same?
Yeah, always come out the same. Like I might just do gibberish. I'm pretty sure you seen Kanye. Kanye is one of my other like idols for real. Kanye went here just like have a whole song full of gibberish. So I'll be I just do that, and I come back listen to it. I'm like, all right, let me put some words to it. All right, let me make a beat to it. You feel me?
So that's your recording process.
That's literally my recording process. It just be the melody first, and it be what I'm cleaning. I actually love to clean. I be cleaning and come up with the best ones. Or in a situation like now, it's been to the point where like it's when I'm and of course Drake, you know what I'm saying? I know I'm naming like these top celebrities, but like when I was growing up, they was in their grind mode, and just watching that rigid with them and that pure talent. But Drake, how he get personal with stuff. So when I have an incident, I'll put it in my song, whether it's good or whether it's bad. You know, whether I'm annoyed by it, I'm gonna go ahead and just write it down. You know, so becoming less about talent and more about just like talking about it. Just talking, like I can sing, let me just talk and put a message behind it. So, yeah.
Do you have a crazy love story that you sung about?
Love story. Yeah, a lot of them, they are like metaphorically speaking, even if I'm not saying, if I'm not speaking direct, you know what I'm saying? One writer that I like, James Fauntleroy, ever heard of him? James Fauntleroy, that's my nigga for real. I like Frank Ocean too, but James Fauntleroy, how he just so poetic with what he say. So a lot of my music comes from a relationship. Well, like I said, whether I was mad, whether it was it was blissful, it was excitement in a relationship. You feel me? So yeah, it's all out of like real situations, and I'm trying to get better with that. Like just trying to get better for real.
Now, do the women that you know you write your experiences about, do they ever notice that you're talking about them?
Yeah. So I ain't gonna say what song this is, but like I wrote a song about a shorty for real. That when I was in college, I was going to Morgan. I wrote a song about shorty, and it was real detailed. It wasn't too much metaphors in that motherfucker, but it was detailed. And her mother had hit me up on Instagram like, I love the song that you did about such and such. And like, this is great and this and that, and it was a paragraph, you know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, that's cool. That's when she hit me up like, yo, Mornin, like, is that something that we gotta talk about? I'm like, first of all, I made that song 3 months ago, 5 months ago, and I'm just putting it out now because I came up with a body of work to put it out. So even if I was feeling like that, I felt like that, you know what I'm saying, like 5 months ago. However, nah, but it just goes to show you what I had was real, and it's just it's a piece of time, it's a picture, you know what I'm saying? It's just like you looking at a picture. If we both got a picture, that's how I feel like my music is. It's just a picture. So whatever excitement that picture gave you when we was cheesing, when you listen to the songs, when you get that same feeling. You feel me? But I have had girls spin back by listening to a song that they knew was about them.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Now, for those who do listen to your music, what do you always want people to take away from it?
It depends. It depends because I'm trying to learn my strengths and my weaknesses. So it depends if it's a performance. If it's a performance, I want it to be catchy. I want you to be saying it everywhere you go. I want it to be a slogan, a way of life. And I have a great way of like coming up with slogans, melody from a performance and leaving away with it and people still singing it. Or if it was a song, I want it to be like OD relatable in the sense where it's helping you. Or it's just making you feel a certain way and making you want to have sex. You know what I'm saying? Like, make you want to have sex and make you want to cry or make you want to like turn up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like damn near a mood board. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever mood it is, I want to put you in that mood for what I'm doing. So it's not one mood. It's not just sex. You know what I'm saying? It's not just sadness. It's the morning after. It's morning after, yeah.
I think we often overlook the power of music. Like, music really has the ability to change your emotions.
Yeah. I really, like I'm telling you, I did not know how to sing. I'm telling you right now, I didn't know how to sing. So if you're at home and you don't know how to sing, I'm telling you, you can learn how to sing. It's gonna take some time. You're gonna sound bad, but it's possible. It's definitely possible.
How can we learn how to sing?
You gotta, well for me, I had to learn covers. So I probably got like 200 covers up, like 200 covers on SoundCloud, whatever. And like I said, it'd be like a song that's 1 minute, 2 minutes, all 1 minute and 50 seconds is bullshit. But that 10 seconds is like a piece of something that is special. And I put it in my book of runs or my book of melodies for real. Yeah, so. Yeah.
Okay, so we gotta talk about this $20 million deal. Let's talk about it.
Oh, it's a $20 million deal. Like they pretty much reached out to me and was looking at my numbers, was like, look, you're doing great. We can put a system behind you, and once I wound up getting my lawyer together, we wound up doing the numbers on some crunching, making sure it was good on my end, and they pretty much took me places, man. Took me on tour, and it's been a blessing. I was able to change my life, change my family life, and shout out to the label. That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
Now, how long would you say it took for that opportunity to present itself to you?
It took some time, but it was well worth it. Because when it happened, I had more power. You know what I'm saying? If I would have got signed earlier, it would have been on some like, we get this, we get that. But it gave me knowledge of like what to do with my money, how to distribute it, and just made me more grateful as well. At the end of the day, there's more money on my end, and it's not wasting money. So that's how I feel about it for real.
And you made that, well, took that leap and moved to Atlanta. So how has Atlanta been treating you as a R&B artist coming from Baltimore?
Oh, they treat you like, one thing I do like about Atlanta, you feel me? Because when I was about to leave Baltimore, it was either go to Atlanta or go to Cali for real. And I felt like Cali was real superficial. You had to like say a name, drop a team name that you was a part of in order to get in the mix. But Atlanta is like, yo, if you cold, you cold. Like, I need you on my track. Write some shit. Do the background. You know what I'm saying? Like, I heard something from Sony Digital when I was looking at his interview. He said, even though he just got signed to Generation Now, he was like, man, if a nigga want a beat from me, he want some lyrics, because he a rapper as well. So he got signed to be a rapper. He said, if he want a beat from me, he want some lyrics. Shit, you want all of it, you can have it. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, they so open. Like, the mindset of like, yo, I can make another hit. You want this hit? I can make another one. You know what I'm saying? So it's really no give or take. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's more so, it's building. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving you something to build, you giving me something to build. And that's what I felt when I came to Atlanta. And they've been receiving me pretty much how I've been receiving them. And I told you, I'm like a person that I don't come in the room and I just look like I'm a star. It's more so I come in the room, you like ask, who is this nigga? And then someone else tell you about this nigga. And then before you know it, we best friends. And it's like, you might look up to me, whatever it is, and coming in, you would have never known that. So that's how my relationships are. It's usually by like, you know, genuine relationships.
Now you dropped a 4-track EP recently, Heartaches and 808s. We got to talk about that. And did you work with 808 Mafia within?
Yeah,
for this.
Yeah, so his name 808s Go, you feel me? Hardest producer, he's from Baltimore. And he part of 808 Mafia. So I had to support first because he's from Baltimore, and second, I'm in Atlanta, so I'm hearing the impact that Southside got on the industry. You know, and that was another thing. I wanted to come to Atlanta to get, you know, the industry sauce, to hear, like, because in Baltimore we got our own sound as far as like trap music and like, you know, just local music. But I'm like, in Atlanta they got their own sound, but for the most part it's industry. So let me get out of my box, get out of my comfort zone. So when I started to hear what that sound was, I'm like, cool. The only thing that be the downside, and maybe it might be my fault, is that I ain't tapping into too many R&B producers in Atlanta. When I say R&B producers, I'm talking about people that can play the bass guitar, play the keys, play the regular acoustic guitar, and can make a great makes a live track, if you will. You feel me? Or people that's the R&B producers. It's more so FL Studio and stuff like that, and I love it. So I'm like, instead of run away from it and it's not here, let me go here, gravitate towards it, and let me go to the people that do it the best. 808 Mafia, 808s Go from Baltimore, you feel me? And then we collab. He sent me like hella trap beats, and he sent me so many beats, and I'm like, bro, I can't do nothing with these, but I had to sit on them, and then I had to put real relationships to them, and then I had to like re-record multiple songs to just each beat, like, all right, this is it for real, and just sit on them for real.
But it's a really good EP though, so for you to say like at first you was kind of like what, but you flow perfectly with the beats and on the production.
Yeah, I had to be picky. I'm really picky, and it's really the production. Like, I don't know about a lot of artists, but it's really the beat. When I hear a beat, that's another thing you was asking about motivation. When I hear a hard beat, it's like, that bitch is so hard, and it might not even be hard to everybody, but it's so hard to me that it fit me. That's why it's so hard. And that bitch be like banging, or it's just smooth, or whatever it is, and I know what I can do to it. So when I heard a lot of Skull beats for real, I'm like, yo, these fire. I know exactly what I can do to it.
Right.
And yeah, so I am looking for R&B producers and even trap producers. So just people who are in love with the craft, you know what I'm saying? And Skull was in love with his craft. I like people that are in love with their craft. You know, I actually have a better relationship with like engineers, camera guys, camera women, and people that's in the background, because like they have to get intricate. You know, like as an engineer, you have to like do things over and over and do this and that. As a rapper, you just go in there and talk about, you know what I'm saying, whatever you want to talk about, and that's because of your clout, you know what I'm saying, or your street name, you can go off. You ain't really got no love for it. You feel me? So I like really working with producers because you have to get better at it, which means you gotta have the love for it in order to get better at it.
Right. Okay, so I got the chance to listen to Share My Worlds, which is on the project already, and I know it probably is a significant track to you, so let's talk about that one.
It's realistic, that's one thing. When I heard the beat, first of all, Skull did not want me to, he didn't want the beat. He was like, bro, that shit sound like 2016, you know, like, sound like when niggas first got hip to gross beat and they started like doing a halftime on the beats. He felt that way about the beat, but when I heard it, I'm like, bro, it's like, I heard so many things in it that sparked. I think I was probably cleaning when I heard it. I was cleaning, I heard so many things that sparked in my head. I'm like, nah, that's the one. He was like, shit, whatever you say, dummy, like, it's just cool. So like, but that is about nicks and knacks in there of reality. Like, some of it is more so the first thing that came to my head, the flow and what I think I should say. And then some of it is about, like, what I said in there. I was talking about me going to Costa Rica, and I was talking about some of the states that were in Costa Rica. That was literally happened like 3 weeks before that song was made.
Oh, wow.
And I love that about music, because like, sometimes within rap, I might hear a rap, it might be a Lil Baby song, right? I don't hear what he say, but it's hard. And I go back and I listen to it, I'm like, bro, he was really saying something. And that's why it was so hard, because he was rhyming, but it was like, it was real words, but it was in a certain cadence, a certain flow. So that's how I felt like that that track was, and then the feedback that I'm getting for it, it's like people really love it. So I'm gonna go with that. I might do a video for it. I don't know yet. We'll see where we at with it whenever this drop.
And one thing that I did notice about you is you collaborate with a lot of different artists, like a lot of different artists. So just talk about the significance of like really expanding your sound and, you know, collaborating with different artists from all over.
I mean, well, at the end of the day, I want to be an R&B artist, but I did start off in the rap group. So like, when I hear a hard rap beat, I just be having shit to say to it, and I be having a melody to go to it. Yes, I made some songs with some trap ass rappers, and I made some songs with some OD R&B people, and I made some songs that was like techno. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about, like I said, I don't mess with a lot of rappers. I don't mess with a lot of artists in general. I just like people that are really devoted to their craft, because I'm devoted to my craft. I just told you I got over 200 covers, probably over 500 to 1,000 songs. So for you to tell me that you only got 10 songs, it's like how devoted are you? But when I see somebody that's really devoted, like, you know, most of my records with people are people that got projects out. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, those are just genuine relationships. Like, you got a project out, you've been doing this, you've been doing that, and I've known you for a while. So genuine relationships, how those songs came about. And, unless you just got me for a feature, and I just, you know, I really like the song, because I don't be doing any feature. I really gotta like the song in order to get to hop on it for real.
Now, when we gonna get a new album?
A new album?
Yes.
Well, I just dropped one on, so I just dropped the whole album. I mean, it was an EP. I want to drop one in, one by the, I ain't gonna give a hard date, but I want to give one about the end of this year, and I want to have some good features on it. You know, I feel like affiliation and relationships matter in this industry. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing in Baltimore we ain't got is relationships. You know, we got people that's hot, but even them, they ain't got no relationships, so it's like they got to their peak, you feel me? And you gotta go outside of the city to really reel that in, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. Like, so on this album, I do want some relationships, and I want you to tell that it's relationships on here, not nothing that's paid for. Or even if it's paid for, it's like it's a beginning of a relationship, and you can tell from it some sort of organic piece to it, you feel me?
Right.
Yeah.
Shoot,
So,
can we expect Drake, Wayne,
oh, yeah,
Chris Brown?
Oh yeah, Drake gonna be on the album. Chris Brown will be on the album, you know what I'm saying? Who else? Frank Ocean gonna be on the album. It's gonna be written by James Fauntleroy, Eric Bella, Javito. They all gonna write. You're gonna see the credits on there. And yeah, so be ready for that, shorty. Be ready for that.
All right, and before we wrap up, do you have any last words or shout outs?
Don't be afraid to learn how to better yourself. That's what I got to say. For all the people out there, all the artists out there, don't be afraid to learn how to better yourself. Don't be afraid to take feedback and be like, all right, Joe, how can I become better? Because however I sound right now, when y'all watching this, give it a couple more years, I'm gonna sound totally different, you know. So yeah, that's it. Other than that, follow me on IG. Everything's Mornin Afta. It's Mornin Afta. Yeah.
I wanna know, yeah. Ain't nothing new. Money I blow. I'm living crazy, girl.